Hello again, everyone. I'm Richard Weil, and I'm the principal and CEO of National Restaurant Consultants. And we welcome you again to the NRC Helpful Moment. And Mr. Brian Devine from Top Line Management, president of Top Line Management, CafeFuel. And today is the NRC Helpful Moment number 78. And as we talked about, we're going to be doing these once a week now instead of on a daily basis. And one of our most popular, if not the most popular, NRC Helpful Moment we did way back in the end of March was with Mr.
March, yeah.
Daniel Ramirez uh, from Los Dos Potrillos in the Denver, Colorado area. And Daniel, we appreciate you joining us again. It's been a few months since we've had you on the NRC Helpful Moment.
Yep.
Just welcome you back in, and certainly as COVID is kind of taking on its life here, I guess I want to just ask, how's Los Dos Potrillos doing in your four wonderful restaurants? And what are the things that you've been doing to keep your staff employed and busy, and how you're dealing with your customers as well as safety and health all the way through things? So if you would please share a few of those ideas with us.
Absolutely. No, thanks for having me on this great show again, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, holy moly. Last time we talked was in March, and that's kind of, towards the beginning of what all this started, what we were going to do, how we were going to do it. We were only doing takeout. I think liquor, alcohol to go was barely started even being a thing. And now we're just July and a couple months in. And I mean, this kind of feels like the new normal in a very odd, weird way. But we've the things we've been doing, we've been following all protocols, when it comes to health and sanitation and safety for our employees, and especially for our customers and anyone that wants to do pickup or takeout. The biggest thing that we have to, constantly keep focusing on is making sure that we're taking care of the employees that are constantly going in and out. So, what we're doing is we're taking temperature logging and doing all those sorts of things and making sure that we are staying on top of that, because we don't know where they're going or where they end up being later after the shift, or especially this 4th of July weekend. We actually closed down to give a day of rest for all of our employees. And it's kind of one of those scary things, because when they're at work, they're at work, they're going to be there, and they're we know where they are. But when they're out of work, we have no idea who they're going, who they're being around. And that's kind of been one of the biggest challenges, because we don't know where they're eating or if they're following guidelines outside of our restaurants. And that's the scary part. As long as we're doing our due diligence and asking the questions on, hey, do you have any symptoms? Do you feel sick? Do you have a fever? And if there is any type of fever, we send them home. Or, if they call us and they say, hey, I'm not feeling well, then just stay home. Just stay home. We'll figure it out. Even if it's a dishwasher or prepping or anything, we've hopped in there and been able to just, hey, it's okay. You're not here. That's what we have managers. That's what we have an extra person there, and being able to hop in and take that position. Customer wise, all of our servers are masked. A lot of them are also wearing the face shields, and, we want to make sure that all of our guests feel 100% comfortable when they're going to our and dining at our restaurants. And any questions that they have or anything like that, to make sure the emails we've gotten, hey, are you what are you doing, or what are you doing to following these protocols? And we're just very honest with them and let them know this is how we're doing it, and please come on by. We're taking every precaution very seriously and making sure that we're doing it the right way.
So you are open for dine-in. Your curbside has been wildly successful.
Correct.
Your customers have really responded well. Give us about a 30-second, couple of minute overview on what you did to pivot to make sure curbside was efficient in terms of the ordering, that you have the outside walk up, and what you're doing to make sure that your staff is delivering the right food to the right car.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we've actually done some numbers, right now with 50% capacity, dine-in or takeouts are about 25% of our sales right now. And it's been great. Operationally, the first week was very tough. Then we started getting better at it. What we ended up doing is we ended up creating, of course, the normal to-go parking, pickup only. Come in, not come in, but come meet us, stay at your car, your lot number 1 or spot number 2, spot number 3. What we end up doing, the first thing we do is, we answer the phone, ask for the name, ask for the model, make of the car, and make sure, that we're all set there, cross our T's, dot our I's there, and then we take the order. Once we take the order, we get it in, we get it all packed up. Well, operationally, we have 2 packers. No, we have the managers that are on the expo line, and then we have 2 packers that are packing everything. Once the manager clears it out and says, yep, this is all packed, ready to go, this is that. Then the runners, I would like to call them, staple it, put it out on the table, and then the people that are running and touching cars and talking to the people come back, grab it, and take it over. That's how we kind of created that operations, and it's worked really well. People enjoy it. People, I think, love the fact that we can bring it out to their car, and all they got to do is pop open the trunk, we drop it in there, and say, "Hey, have a great day, enjoy."
Nice.
It's just been fantastic. So what's going on as far as you're seeing for 50% capacity? How many people are you able to put in some of your restaurants as far as your guest capacity? Are you able to put in 75 people or 100 people, or what is your capacity level based on the local
local jurisdictions? I would say we're about 50 to 65 people inside the restaurant, but then some of our locations have patios, which again, the jurisdiction doesn't really account to that. So, we're about 50 to 65 people in the restaurant at once. And then once we, end up being on a wait, we take their phone numbers, they can wait in their car, and then we'll text them. We don't take reservations because we just feel, we don't want to feel like we want to rush people out of there just because it's, some of their first times being out. They want to go out and enjoy their meal at a restaurant. So we don't want to be, hey, you got to get out, got to get out. No, we want them to take their time. Even if they take the party at 2 takes 2 hours. Great. Hey, I'm so glad you enjoyed their time. That's kind of been another downfall with that is because, we used to have, a lot of people waiting in the waiting area and, waiting for their table to be ready. And of course, with us restaurateurs, once you have a wait, it's great because where do they end up going? They go to the bar, get a couple of drinks, get some appetizers, chips and salsa, and they just kind of hang out. Now, that's the hardest thing is once you say, hey, yeah, it's about 15, 20-minute wait or 45-minute wait, they go away in their car, wait about 10 minutes, then they probably just drive off, try to find another restaurant, which is totally great. Supporting other restaurants is amazing and really good. But I would say that's kind of one of the things we've noticed tremendously happen.
But you are seeing a desire for people to dine in your restaurant. That's really the question. You're getting to see that happening more and more each week. People do want to dine out. They want to take part in what we call the industry of happy, the industry of fun, right?
Correct. Exactly. I think, the normality, going back to the normality of things is we used to all go out to dinner. Everyone goes out to dinner. Hey, where do you want to go out to dinner? And now, consumer behavior, it's changed dramatically. So now that things are kind of opening up, people are coming and eating and really enjoying it. The fact that I get to walk into the restaurant again and see, happy faces at their tables, makes everything better.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you got anything else you want to ask Daniel, Brian?
Yeah, Daniel, Brian here. In case you're wondering, your video feed dropped off.
Can't really hear you, Brian.
Clear. But I wanted to ask, as the marketing guy, what would you say is sort of like your number one marketing thing right now that is helping you stay busy?
So, Danny, if you didn't hear, Brian wanted to ask, what is the number one marketing thing that's helping you the most right now as far as bringing people back either for curbside or dine in? What is the number one marketing thing that you all are doing that's working?
Biggest marketing thing that we have done, it's a great question, is Instagram. Having a lot of content showing our food, and I guess basically showing people our food looks great to go, and our food looks great now that you can eat it at the table again. We even put, I've taken a couple photos with, one of my plates there, and it's me eating at the restaurant, of course, at a table, and then I post it up to our social media. I, take a nice photo of our tacos, and then you can kind of see my mask to the side. And it's kind of like, yeah, this is a reality. You're still eating at a restaurant, but you still have COVID there, and it's, I mean, in the world, and you can see it. Like it's not back to normal. People still have to wear masks, but hey, I'm at a restaurant eating food at the table, and my mask's on the table as well, and just kind of just showing the reality of things.
I think one of the other things that Los Potrillos did is they did some videos early on of their curbside delivery. Daniel and his brother Luis did a marvelous job. They also did some things early on with some videos showing how masks could be made with that they're doing in their restaurants. And video was powerful for you, wasn't it, Daniel?
Very, very powerful. Video has been huge for us because people want to see the story. I think if you really look at it, if we're on social media, I don't know if you have Facebook or Instagram, but frankly, we tend not to read things anymore. We just kind of like to get straight to the point, and especially if it grabs our attention, we hop onto it right away. And that's what we did with the video. And you see Los, oh, it's a video. Oh, I'm intrigued now. And then it kind of gets better and better. Then you kind of have an audience. But I mean, a lot of people post, like a lot of words. I mean, frankly, I'm going to only read maybe 2 or 3 sentences of that and continue moving forward on. So what we've really noticed is photos with words or videos with words. That's helped a lot.
Nice.
That's awesome. And Daniel, I can't thank you enough for your leadership. Daniel Ramirez happens to be also on the board of directors of the Colorado Restaurant Association. He's a leader. He's a bright young man, but he's going to go lots and lots of places because he and his family are at the leading edge of what entrepreneurs are all about and how they replicate their systems. So Daniel, can't thank you enough, to you, your father, mother, and your brother, and the entire family at Los Potrillos.
Oh, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Like I said, it's an honor being on the show, and absolutely love talking restaurant industry.
All right. Well, that's it for our NRC Helpful Moment for this week. We'll be back again next week with another great NRC Helpful Moment. On behalf of Daniel Ramirez and Brian Devine, bye for now, everybody.
Bye-bye.